Hello everyone, welcome to today's presentation on how university can help you develop your career. My name is Edith Liebhardt. I am a Regional Recruitment and Access Officer and I will be delivering this presentation today. So first I will talk about whether uni actually helps you get a job after university, and then all the opportunities you can take up during university to make sure that you are as employable as possible. When going through these, I will explain the benefits in general and then talk about some examples from the Reading perspective so you get a view for how we do things here. So first of all, does university actually help you in getting a job? For certain jobs, you just have to do a degree. So for things like teaching, law, medicine, architecture, you do just have to do a degree. But outside of the knowledge that you gain through your degrees at university, you also get a whole bunch of transferable skills. These are skills that employers are looking for and highly value. So things like critical thinking, time management, networking, self-motivation, and I could go on. And because of this, most jobs that require a degree don't require a specific degree. They just want to know that you developed the skills. Often your knowledge from the degree can be important as well, but the skills are the most important from university. And when we look at stats from the Office for National Statistics, this kind of makes sense as well in the levels of employment. So this first graph shows you how likely you are to be employed depending on your highest qualification. So for example, someone who has GCSEs, they have 72% likelihood of being employed, whereas graduates have 82% likelihood of being employed. So the longer you stay in education, the more likely you are to be employed. And not only that, the longer you stay in education, the more likely you are to earn. So this graph shows how much you earn across your lifetime based on your highest level of qualification. So if you just have GCSEs, you kind of stay around the £20,000 mark on average, whereas with a degree, it's around the £35,000 mark on average. But this, I must stress, is an average. By no means is this a promise. So there will be people with GCSEs who do really well, and people with degrees who might never reach that level. It also depends on how much you put in and what works for you the best. But the longer you stay in education, the more you are likely to earn, or the higher paying jobs you are able to apply for. Often when we talk about employment after your GCSEs or your A-levels, people tend to want to choose between apprenticeships or universities, and they see them as two very separate choices, but that's not really the case. Apprenticeships and universities can work hand in hand. You can do an apprenticeship and then go to university, or go to university and then do an apprenticeship. You're not cutting yourself off from another choice just because you did one. And often apprenticeships come with studying, and often university comes with work experience. So first I wanted to talk about work experience at university. At university, work experience is often paid. You do get to learn on the job, like with apprenticeships. You develop skills for the jobs you want, and you get to figure out exactly what area of a sector you want to work in. It also allows you to network and build up those future job opportunities you might have through a placement company, for example. At Reading, most of our courses offer a year in industry, or a placement year, or a sandwich year. It's known by a whole bunch of different names, and we have a dedicated department that helps you find placement work. You can opt into this later on, so not just when you apply, but once you are at university, and we support you in finding and being placed with a company. So not just pointing you in the right direction, but helping you with your CV and your interview skills and your skills for employability. There's lots of stories from our alumni and our current students on placement on our website, and that is included in the handout with this presentation. We also offer internships, so these can be summer placements or credit-bearing placements, such as with speech and language therapy or teaching. And we have something called the Reading Internship Scheme. So through this scheme, we find you countrywide opportunities which are often paid, and you just apply for this like you do for jobs. And we also have our undergraduate research opportunities program, which is all of the research programs at Reading where students can help are listed, and you can apply for them and do them whether it's in the summer or in one of the longer breaks during university. So if you don't have time for a whole year's worth of placement, you can still do a lot in between terms and in the summer. We also do years abroad, but many universities do a year abroad, and the benefit of these is a broader application of your degree. So seeing how your degree works abroad, not just in the UK. Often it can mean learning a language and living somewhere completely new without the stress of setting everything up on your own, and you get to experience a new culture and just try out a country, even not just a degree, but try out a country for what it's like to live there. And you have support from the universities usually throughout the program, so setting it up, finding accommodation, making sure you have somewhere to go, making sure you have the right visa, and so on. At Reading, we have a huge study abroad program. I listed some of the courses just on the left here that have study abroad years and some of the countries that we go to, but these are not exhaustive lists. So if you go on our study abroad webpage, you will see all the opportunities we have and all the countries you can go to. After looking at those opportunities to take a year out, is also really important to look at the university statistics. So every university will release information on the percentage of graduates employed or studying after 6, 12 or 15 months, depending on the university. They quite different lengths. You can also look up where they landed a job and what sort of jobs they are doing and how much they are earning based on the university and the course. There's a website called Discover Uni, which I'll show you on the next slide, that summarizes this really well. And you can also read alumni stories. So Discover Uni kind of looks like this. You can put in a course in a university and it will tell you what the likely average earning is after 15 months and the percentage employment after 15 months as well. Obviously, this being a nursing course as an example here, the employment is likely to be very high because we need nurses. Another example, just to show you the difference, there is variation. If you studied law at Oxford, obviously a very prestigious course at a very prestigious university, you're likely to earn more, but slightly less likely to be employed. And this is just useful to put your mind at ease that your course is going to lead to employment for you. It's also a great way to check out and compare courses on the length of study, whether there is a placement year, if the year abroad is possible. And on this course, for example, it is compulsory. At the University of Reading, 93% of our graduates are in work or further study after 15 months, and 84% of graduates are employed in professional or managerial roles, so roles that do require you to have a degree, so they make use of their degree. And salaries vary from course to course, but some of the companies that they get employed with are on the screen now. Most universities will also have a career centre. They help you with anything from CV and interview prep, as well as provide you with links with employers, put on job fairs, help you with networking, and help you post your graduation as well. At Reading, we have a huge careers department who offer help 24/7. There's a portal called My Jobs Online, and here you can find courses that can help you develop your employment skills, speak one-to-one to your careers advisor, look at when events are coming up, and of course we have graduate support as well. In addition to all of that, you can do extracurricular things that might help you develop your CV. So doing things like volunteering and joining societies, and this helps you find your passion. You often do best when you do something that you really enjoy. So working through your societies and volunteering might ignite something in you that you really love. It's part of, you know, citizenship and being part of your community, but you might also be able to take on responsibility a lot more easily in these situations because it's all peer run, so you're all equally qualified for the higher roles. It helps you build skills for your CV that you might not be able to build elsewhere. It does mean that you have to manage your time better because you have more things to do, but it allows you to make friends from other courses, enjoy more of that university lifestyle, and often you can join mentoring groups as well through here. So if we look at some of the opportunities at Reading, we have something called the Red Award, which is the Reading Experience and Development Award, and it's a certified employability skills certificate. It requires you 40 hours of employment activity, which can be paid or unpaid, and it progresses. So the Red Award is for 40 hours, but you can develop to other levels as well and gain even more experience and skills, and comes with personal development sessions that you can sign up to. I also included some of the logos from the volunteering options at the Reading University Students' Union, or RUSU. It helps you to be involved with your community, like I said, but we also have 140 societies at our Students' Union. And finally, the last thing you can do to improve your employability is get a part-time job. Obviously, you might want just a little bit of money on the side or gain extra experience, but often part-time jobs available at the university help you to develop skills that you might not be able to develop through your degree, so things like customer service, and through that it builds your CV further. And if you work for your university, often you can fit your hours in around your study. At Reading, we have campus jobs, and this is a centralized service that provides part-time job opportunities across our campuses. So this might be anything from working in catering to helping on our open day, or even in your department. And we allow our students to work up to 20 hours a week, and it all fits around your job. So for example, student ambassadors who work for people like me, who help out on school visits and often give talks to schools, they can choose which shifts they pick up, and we're very, very mindful that their degree comes first. You can also just see a picture of some of our student ambassadors in the corner there. So we talked through all the possible ways you can improve your employability at university, work experience, years abroad, looking at the university stats, really taking advantage of the Career Centre and the extracurricular activities you can do through volunteering and societies, and the part-time jobs you can take on. I hope this has been useful. If you do have any questions, you can contact us on Unibuddy or email us at outreach@reading.ac.uk. Thank you very much for your time. Bye.